Hey, good Tuesday morning. Yes, Tuesday morning, my friends. It's MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. For some reason, yesterday after the weekend that we had, my wife and I both said, this feels like Tuesday. I wanted to take the garbage out already yesterday. And she said, no, it's only Monday. But it's Tuesday. We do have a warm-up coming, a pretty steady warm-up. And a couple of things going on here. First off, we have to know that with all the rain that we've had, and the evaporation that we get during the warm days, 80 degrees and higher, you know what the evaporation turns into is humidity. And since there won't be a whole lot of storm systems moving through to change our air, we're going to get the first humid stretch of weather also coming up. Jerry Holcomb was confused about what day it is also. It's officially Tuesday, we found out, according to the iPhone. So humidity is going to be there. We're going to have summery temperatures on the way. I'll show that to you. A couple of things in the overall weather pattern. It's transitioning to a summer pattern, which means the storm systems blow through quickly. They're not all day type weather systems. They're 1 or 2 or 3 hours at any one spot, and they move on through. The other side of that is that it's still a pattern out west that's spitting out these little storms. So I think you're going to see in your average forecast, maybe on your app or wherever you get the weather, hopefully it's here on MLive, you're going to see a lot of thunderstorms lined up on that forecast. Bear in mind that is possible. The timing on those we don't know until probably about a day in advance when they're out in Nebraska spinning toward us. And also, again, they blow through in 1, 2, 3 hours, not an all-day type thing. So let's get to it and show you what's going on. And stuff, I wanted to start off with that big picture and just kind of show you that it does appear that things are quieting down. You don't see these large storm systems like this one that we've just had moved through. Now you do see a storm out here, and it's going to spit out pieces of storms like this little complex here in Iowa. The other thing that I notice that shows me the summer upper level heat is taking over is that you get these complexes and they become smaller. They take up, half of the state of Iowa as opposed to several states. So that is kind of the big picture. The radar right now showing that things have mostly dried out. Maybe there's some spritzels of drizzle in the northeast and maybe out in the thumb. The visible satellite is a great way to see where it's clearing. Raymond wants to know, thunderstorms today, I heard. Probably not today, but it does look like this evening and overnight a quick burst, and I'll show those to you in just a minute. Petoskey next week, and thank you for always being on MLive. Petoskey next week, I would say, would be pretty nice. Mid-70s to maybe 85 degrees. So really beautiful weather, most of what the country would want to have at this time of the year. So here's your clearing line. You can see if it's gray in Saginaw and Bay City, you get some clearing soon. You already have the sunshine, southwest part of the state, but the general trend is that they're breaking up. Cheryl, will Friday and Saturday be rain-free? Now, we can't really say rain-free because I showed you, there's disturbances out here, and I'll show you that right here with the next disturbance. So I'm going to say that there will be 1 or 2 hours possibly at your place, and we'll have to fine-tune as we get closer. But if you want to look at 22 hours being dry, then yes, rain-free. So here we are today, and we're dry. Now this evening, a quick burst of thunder showers, probably not severe, maybe toward the potent side, isolated nature, will shift through. This is 11 o'clock tonight, so we're looking at 8 maybe in the west to overnight in the east, and then tomorrow should be a dry day. Tomorrow should be pretty nice also. And then let's go into Thursday. Now this is kind of at the end of this model, and this is by Thursday afternoon. I wouldn't believe this placement, but these are the kind of things that we will have, these quick bursts of thunderstorms. And this is our severe weather season, by the way, where we get these straight line winds. Sometimes they turn into larger scale things called derechos. Nothing on that in the next couple of days, but we'll keep an eye on it because those sneak up on us and give us about a day or two warning. High temperatures today. Let's call it about 80 degrees across lower Michigan and about 75 to 80 across the UP. Tomorrow, it inches up a couple of degrees, and we're looking at, let's call it around 82, 83 a lot of places. Now we're into Thursday, and inch it up another 2 degrees. Might be a touch warm by a degree or so, but I think you're going to see a lot of 84s, maybe some 85s. Remember, it's harder to heat up when the ground is so saturated because a lot of that heat is absorbed into that wet soil and turns into evaporation, turns into humidity. This is Friday. Very summery. You're looking at 85 to 87-ish in Ann Arbor and Detroit and Jackson and Lansing and Grand Rapids. Now this is Saturday, and we're still 80 to 85, and this is Sunday, 80 to 85, and this is Monday. So we're definitely seeing a more permanent change. I'm writing on a post right now for you for MLive. I'll have it up on MLive soon, showing you that the little bit of the polar vortex that's kind of been dominating our weather is finally going to shift a little bit, at least for probably 6 to 10 days. I think it's going to be a season where this thing stays intact, weakens and weakens. Of course, we're almost to the weakest part it should be, the middle of summer, unfortunately, and then it circulates back down into southern Canada, drives a cold front through, cools us down in the 70s. So really what I'm saying is we're going to have, as far as temperatures go, we're going to have some fantastic weather on the way. As far as rain goes, it's slowing down, but it's going to be still numerous clumps of thunderstorms, but they come through quickly in any one day. And the favored times are late afternoon, evening, and early morning, and midday is not a favored time for rain. So things are really starting to improve. If you're kind of sick of the rain, want to see a little bit of sunshine. Lake Michigan warm up this week. Well, it takes a lot of heat to warm up a cold Great Lake. So yes, it will be warming up, but warming up from chilly temperatures to very cool temperatures. I don't know about no rain for a few weeks. I don't see that kind of pattern emerging. Also, one thought too, remember we had this situation 4 or 5 years ago. What happened? The tomatoes got the blight and it killed them. So I'm going to look into that today also and have something for you on MLive. Maybe today, definitely tomorrow. Maybe we should start to take some proactive steps. I'm not a big chemical user on my home garden, but a fungicide, I think you can probably find something fairly safe, and it might be the step you have to take to save tomato plants this year. If we stay in a cool, wet pattern, that's when that blight really comes in. Right now, everything's so far behind that it's not in the stage where it gets the blight, but if we stay this way when the tomatoes start to blossom, then you could have some problems. Alrighty, so there you go. Today, gradually more sunshine, a burst of thunderstorms this evening and overnight tonight, and Wednesday through the weekend really look pretty nice, but can't guarantee that it will stay totally dry. You may have to dodge an hour or two of thunderstorms any one of those days. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have a great Tuesday.